You guys look like nice people. You guys weren't expecting stand-up comedy today, were you? Well, you never know, huh? It's a Wednesday, huh? You never know what happens on Wednesdays. Gee, you guys look like nice people. You guys look like you'd vote for Joe Biden, don't you? You guys... I saw Joe Biden. He was doing an interview the other day, and he said he was a God-fearing man. And I've always wondered what that phrase means, God-fearing man. You know, like, I wish someone would just be honest and like come out and be like, Jesus scares the shit out of me. Like, I don't know what he wants, but he's terrifying. I just wish they would be honest, you know. I don't understand the old politicians, like people in their 70s still trying to be president. It's like, it's your 70s, you know? It's retirement age. Why are you still applying for jobs, you know? It's like, I don't know. Politicians don't really make sense to me. Like, I don't understand why we have politicians, right? Like, to me, politicians are like guys' nipples, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really do much, and they're too sensitive sometimes, right? We can all agree on that. I don't know. My favorite politician died this year, George Bush, the dad. You guys remember him? Anybody remember him? George, I saw the funerals on TV. Did they watch the George Bush funeral on TV? Anybody see that? They had all these people just in this giant room, and they're all giving these great speeches about how great George Bush was, you know? Saying he was a great president and a great father. And that was the one that got me. I was like, great father, you know? Like, his sons were Jeb Bush and the guy that did 9/11. Like, how good of a father could he have been, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't do a lot of research. Don't trust what I say. But, like, I just want to know who was in charge of the seating arrangement at the funeral. Because it was like, Bill Clinton was sitting next to George W. Bush, who was sitting right next to Obama, who was sitting right next to Trump. Like, this is literally the four horsemen of the apocalypse right here. Like, you couldn't put them in a different row? Like, I mean, I don't know. It's a big building. Just scatter them around a little bit. I don't know. It made no sense to me. Miss George Bush is what I'm trying to say. That's what, man, what else? I got my hair cut the other day. You guys like it, huh? Got a little trimmed up, you know? Thank you. Wow. I'm going to come here more often. This place is great. I asked my buddy, I was like, hey, how do I look? You know, I got a new haircut. He was like, you look like you just did a bunch of cocaine. I was like, that's not what I was asking you for. Like, that's not the point. And I don't do cocaine. That's true. I do not do cocaine. Just want to make that clear. Because, like, when I do drugs, I want to relax when I do drugs, right? I like smoking a little weed. Relaxing, you know? I don't feel like I could relax on cocaine. Like, I'd be up all night, sweating, like, thinking of ways to make money off the Iraq war. Like, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I do not know. Do you guys eat at Taco Bell in here? Any Taco Bell eaters? You do? Oh, you put your hand up slowly, like you're ashamed of it, yeah. I had to stop eating at Taco Bell. Taco Bell, that's a bad decision, right? Like, the last time I was at Taco Bell, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And if you're ever at Taco Bell at 2 in the morning, you should be arrested immediately for a DUI, right? That's not a sober decision. There's no reason to be at Taco Bell at 2 in the morning, right? I'm from Grants Pass, right? So every time I go there, there's people just drunk in line, you know? They're doing cocaine off the dashboard. Someone's doing PCP in the trunk. You know, it's a free-for-all. They're animals out there. You know? But Taco Bell, they're smart because they know their demographic, right? Like, most fast food places, they have that clearance sign that says, like, must be under 9 feet to enter. You guys know what I'm talking about? The one at Taco Bell is different. It just says, must be under the influence to enter. It's like, yeah, these guys, they know what they're talking about. You guys are feeling my Taco Bell material. That's fine. Not everybody has to like it. No, but I was eating a quesadilla from Taco Bell the other day, and I was like, this quesadilla is like a bad blowjob. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not very good, but, like, for some reason, I still want it, you know? I know I shouldn't, but it's... You guys know what? We're gonna act like bad blowjobs don't exist? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're, just getting started. Oh, man. This place is great. I do love Phoenix, this place is... Out of all the clubhouses I visit, this is my favorite clubhouse. For sure. Oh, man, my dad had a lot of, I grew up with like a lot of dad jokes when I was a kid, you know? You guys know what dad jokes are? Like little corny one-liners. My dad had the best ones ever. My dad used to fart on the couch, and then he would pretend like it was the phone ringing, and he would like make me go answer the phone for him. Like he would just sit there and fart, and he'd be like, oh, somebody better go get that. And I'd like run and hand him the phone. I'd like give it to him, you know? I was playing along with him. And he would just look at it and be like, oh, Just some asshole calling. Give it back to him. That was my dad, though. My dad's great. My dad thought I was gay the other day, though, okay? This is real. I bought some socks that had lobsters on them, you know? Okay? You know, look at my outfit. I like to spice it up a little bit. I don't like wearing khakis and whatever. I don't know what kids are wearing these days. I don't know. But anyways, my dad saw me wearing these socks with lobsters on them, right? And I was walking through the house, and he was like, "What are you wearing?" He's like, What are you in the closet or something?" That's what my dad asked me, because he asked me if I was in the closet because of the socks I was wearing. I was like, "No, Dad, what are you talking about?" And I got defensive with him, okay? And I got defensive with my dad, not because I'm homophobic, all right? I got defensive with him because I'm claustrophobic. And just the thought of being in a closet for more than 2 minutes scares the shit out of me, you know? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. My dad's great. My dad's fantastic. He told me the other day that he's been leaving comments on YouTube videos. My dad has. You guys know about the YouTube comments? It's horrible. The comment section on YouTube is just toxic. Don't ever look at it. It's like an encyclopedia for like the worst stuff any humans have ever said to one another. Like this one, I watched a video about abortion one time, right? And I made that mistake. I scrolled down and I was reading the comments on an abortion video. Worst thing you could probably ever do. Because the top comment, the one that had like the most up likes or whatever, however they do it, this is what it said. It was so fucked up, it kind of made me laugh a little bit. All right? This is what it said. It said, "My stance on abortion is like a double-edged sword. On one side, I like that they're killing babies. But on the other side, I don't like that women are making the decisions." And that's pretty messed up, right? And I was laughing at it, if I'm going to be honest with you. I was laughing at it for a little bit until I realized my dad could have left that comment on that video. And I was like, oh, shit. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. My name's Sean Ryan. Host back up here. Thank you guys very much.